Hi, thanks so much for joining in. You're watching Ask Profit on NDTV Profit. My name is Alex Matthew. We'll take you through the next 1 hour of trade. Now, of course, this show is geared towards getting you answers to all of your stock-related questions, and to that end, we've got two options available for you. You can either call us on the number that will soon be on your screen, or you can WhatsApp us on the number that you just saw. Let's take you through how the markets are doing towards the end of this year, as well as Ajit, Mishra. Gentlemen, thanks so much for taking the time, and as always, compliments of the season heading into the last couple of days. Very quickly, I'll come to you first, Ajit, just to give us a sense of how the markets are as you're looking at it on the charts. Volumes not too much to speak of.
Yeah, good morning, Alex, and seasonal greetings to you and all the viewers. So yes, the last week was a week of consolidation, wherein we saw that index continue to defend the long-term averages, 200 days of exponential moving average. And today also we are seeing a similar kind of a day, wherein after the initial downtick, we are seeing some rebound from that area. So in a way, it's time-wise, correction after this sharp decline, and 23,700 Alex is the make or break area for the Nifty. So if we fail to hold this area, definitely we expect Nifty might make an attempt to retest the November month low close to around 23, 250, 260 zone. So as of now, bears are still under control comparatively, considering that the recent attempt of recovery towards 23,870 and 24,000 zone, we saw that the selling pressure emerge on every uptick. So positionally, the tone is negative. Intraday or for a day or two, it's sideways.
Okay, all right. So that's the perspective of the benchmark. I told you we'd get. I'm just trying to pull up the chart, and this is a question, in fact, from. All right, let me just try and pull this up. Okay, we've got Bharat who's asked this question. Okay, sorry, say that again. Sarat. All right. Yeah. So in case you were wondering, that was me trying to get my team to tell the viewer's name. When you're sending us a message, please tell us your name, because it becomes easier for me to take those questions. And SMS Pharma, 400 shares bought at 208 rupees per share. The 6-month view is being sought. Ajit, on the charts, how does it look?
So Alex, in fact, if you see that in the recent market correction, pharma and defensive, they are doing pretty well, the healthcare space. But SMS, on the other hand, is still struggling below its major averages. So indications are in the favor that we might see some rebound or recovery due to the oversold position. But comparatively, it's a weaker structure, and since he has bought it at the lower end, means close to around 208, and he is still in the profits, I would recommend him to switch the position to Glenmark, Sun Pharma, or Lupin from SMS.
All right, so that's the perspective on SMS Pharma. We've got Preetham from Bengaluru who's asking about Hyundai Motor, bought 90 shares at a price of 1,813. And this is a stock that has an average price of 1,426. Should he add more at the current juncture? It's not trading too far, Ajit, from the 52-week low, which is around that 1,200 mark. It's trading at just above at 1,219 or thereabouts. Would you buy more at this juncture or wait?
So Alex, first a disclosure that we have recommended to our clients to invest in Reliance Industries of late, and we are eyeing a new high in next 12 to 14 months. And yes, the stock looks extremely oversold from the short-term trading perspective also. We have multiple supports around this 1150, 1170 zone. So we expect maybe time-wise, we may see further correction for a week or two, but eventually we expect the stock to recover strongly. 1270, 1320 is going to be the first area of hurdle, and then 1440 and the new high. So it's going to be a gradual journey, but yes, you can add if your time horizon is over a year.
Okay, add if your time horizon is over a year on Reliance Industries, one of the underperformers on the benchmark Nifty 50 this year, has had quite a torrid time since August of this year, in fact. We've got A. Mohan calling us from Telangana.
62.33.
Okay. I see that this is a BSE listed company. How did you hear about this, Rajiv?
Yeah, it is BSE listed.
Yeah, how did you hear about this?
So it accidentally came into my radar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accidentally, you're saying that it accidentally came into your radar?
Yeah, it's an accident.
Okay. How did this accident take place?
I bought it within, I think, within 6 months.
Within 6 months, okay. So you were looking at the screen one day and you saw this company, Shukra Pharmaceuticals. It sounded like a good company to invest in and you bought. Is that it?
Yeah.
It worked out very well for you, Rajiv. You're making double the amount that you invested in.
So can I hold or sell that?
That's an interest. Do you need the money right now, Rajiv?
Yeah.
Do you need the money right now?
No.
You don't
I can hold up to 2 years.
Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. So it's a good problem to have. Ajit, no sellers in the stock seemingly right now. It's up 5% as we speak at close to 130. Is making a decent profit. Should he hold is the question. I hope that you have information on the stock.
So Alex, usually, such kind of stocks usually doesn't come on my radar, but and especially for this stock, if you see the price action last several years, it moves almost like in a very volatile manner. Means multiple occasions you will see that the stock inching towards 200 plus zone and then again slipping towards 20, 40, 45, 60 zone. So fortunately, he bought it at the lower end of this, range, and now the stock has been inching higher. So my recommendation is, since we are not sure of this stock, considering that we usually trade in circuit filter, of late we have started seeing some volumes, decent volumes rather. So last day's low should be his stop loss, and he can continue to trade his stop losses on the rise. So maybe close to around 160, 170 area in case if it gets the opportunity. Definitely is a good price to lock in profit and exit.
Okay. All right. Make sure you read up about the company as well. And the advice, of course, is to exit. And you're making quite a bit of money, so it shouldn't be a problem. Always a good thing to exit when you have. I mean, RVNL is the name of the stock that you want to know about. And you bought at levels of 567 elevated levels. Why did you buy at that level?
No, it was like, the 52-week high was around 647, right?
Yes.
So I thought it has dipped a bit and then it's a good thing to buy.
Okay. But did you buy based on the fundamentals or did you buy based on the price action?
No, I bought it based on the price thing.
Okay. And so you were looking, therefore, to hold for a lesser amount of time, possibly less than a year. Is that right?
Yeah. I was always a short-term player.
Short-term player. Okay. And so, therefore, if you were to be asked to extend your time horizon, would you be okay with that, Ramesh?
Yeah, that's what I have to do now, right now, because I can't, right now, possibly I'm around 2.5 lakhs down.
Yes. So in fact, it's more than that. It's 2.85. Apologies.
Yeah, 2.85, something like that.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to make a loss.
Yeah. So let me also clarify. Do you have a long-term portfolio of stocks as well, Ramesh?
Yeah, I do have for Eco Energy.
Sure. Okay.
Not Eco. Some Eco Energy related. That one I have.
Yeah.
And I have Delta Corp. And have Hindustan Motors.
Okay.
For long term.
Okay. So generally the advice is to have 15 to 20 stocks in your long-term portfolio and use a portion of that to trade as you've done in RVNL. But let me get you a specific view on RVNL as well. Ajit, Mishra, I'm coming to you on this one. On the technicals, would you hold on to this a significant loss right now?
Yeah, true, Alex. And the picture is not different to what we are seeing in the other PSUs also. Like after brief recovery, again, we are seeing that most of the PSUs named, they are struggling. The PSU index is in fact indicating possibility of further cuts in days to come. So RVNL particularly, we are trading at the long-term averages close to around 420 is what we have the major 200 days apex moving average place. Last time also we recovered from this area. So considering that there is a possibility that the stock might again witness a rebound, I would recommend him maintaining at least stock for partial of its position, if not complete, around 400 levels. In case if it breaks 400, definitely it should liquidate partially position, but the stock might then maybe inch towards 350 or maybe lower. So, and in case of recovery, we have multiple resistances to cross, first at 440 and then 460. So as of now, indications are in the favor. There is a possibility that the stock might break this 400 support area and inch towards 350.
Okay, all right. So that's the view on RVNL. Hopefully that answers your question. And my wish for the new year for you is that you recover some of your losses. Let's slip into a very quick break, gentlemen. We'll be back on the other side to take more questions. Viewers, do stay tuned. We'll be back before you know it.
Next caller, Shweta from Hyderabad is calling in. Shweta, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Hi, good morning, Mahima, and good morning, Alex.
Yeah, good morning.
I wish you a very happy new year in advance.
Wishing you the same, Shweta.
Thanks so much.
My question is regarding Keynes Technology.
Okay.
I don't have any shares. I would like to take the entry. I want to know what is the exact level to take the entry for a 1 year view.
1 year view. So you want a technical view on this, I believe.
Yeah, levels, including the levels and stop loss.
All right. Ajit, I'll come to you on this one. How does Keynes look on chart?
So, it's a steady uptrend that the stock has been experiencing last several years, and off late after making a new high, we are seeing a bit of a profit taking, and since she's planning to invest for a long-term time horizon, I feel that there's a possibility that the stock might retrace closer to around 65, 6400. That would be a good area to accumulate, considering the past trend also that the stock has been consistently holding on the weekly time frame, this 20 EMA, 30 EMA. So around 64, 6500 is something that she can start accumulating, and for this entire, position, she should maintain a stop at 5600. Since she has asked for stop loss also. So 5600 should be the area where, in the past we have seen multiple supports on weekly and monthly time horizon. So around that area, in case if it slips below this mark, then possibility of trend reversing from positive to sideways is much higher.
All right. Vodafone Idea is the next count that we're talking about, and we've got a considerable amount of shares that have been bought by Adi, who's riding in from Bengaluru, and bought 2 lakh shares at a price of 15 rupees. Lost considerable amount of value over the course of the time that he's held it. The stock is currently trading at 7.88, and it's up about 5.5% today because of a positive development. It has in fact come to light that the government of India has waived financial bank guarantees for a spectrum acquired in past decades, and the waiver is applicable for the bank guarantees that were acquired between 2012 and 2021, which is subject to certain terms and conditions. So this is part of positive news flow that has come through for the company, and it has gained in fact 5.5%. Now, I'm not really sure what the thinking was when he bought it, but a lot of people did buy at that level, at that price. He's got only a 6-month time horizon, and so from that perspective, Ajit, I'm coming back to you. Should he exit on rise, and what are the kind of levels that he should look at? He's in considerable loss right now.
So true, Alex. So in fact, if you see that you have already mentioned that mostly people have invested around the QIP time, also around 11 was the level, if I'm not wrong, and the stock has been trading below that mark as well. And though there are multiple occasions that the stock made an attempt of recovery, but again, every time it reaches to this 9.5 area, we see some bit of a profit taking again emerging in. So my strategy would be to utilize any recovery towards 11 or 12 area to exit this, or maybe you can look to switch to Bharti Airtel even at current levels also if your time horizon is over a year.
So that's the view coming in on Vodafone Idea. I think, Alex, it's very important for people to understand that, at the end of the day, Vodafone Idea is a penny stock, and 2 lakhs is a significant amount of shares to buy at, 15 levels, and now sitting on such a significant loss.
So it's an interesting perspective because people don't have limits that they put on individual stocks.
Our next caller, Surendra from Karnataka, is calling in. Surendra, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
I have this ZF commercial share. I bought it around 11,590.
Okay.
I have around 11 shares.
Okay.
So my target is around 12,726.
Okay.
So is it correct? Should I hold it, or so? What I supposed to do here? So,
all right. Is this target technical based target, or have you studied the company?
That's kind of technical based, because the next resistance is at 12,726.
Got it. Got it. Ajit, I'll come to you on this one quickly. How does ZF commercial look on chart?
After this sharp correction, on the weekly charts, we are currently hovering around the major averages. Once we break this first barrier around 12,100 mark, then yes, the target which he is anticipating close to around 12,700 mark is something that the stock might test. But at the same time, considering that the trend has not reversed yet, they should be careful, and 11,500 should be his strict stop loss in case if the trend reverses.
Okay. All right, let's take the next caller. We've got Udayan Bhatt, who's calling us from Ahmedabad, and he's got Ashok Leyland at what I think is an attractive price. Let's pull up the chart and see what it's currently trading. What a beautiful acquisition that is. Udayan, welcome and good morning. Thanks so much for calling us. How can we help you today?
Sir, good morning, and this is Udayan Bhatt, a senior citizen from Ahmedabad. I'm indeed delighted to talk to you.
We are more delighted to speak to you, Udayan, because
actually, yes, sir. May I put my queries to you?
Of course, please go ahead.
Yes. Actually, originally I was holding 2,500 shares of Ashok Leyland around 2000 in the year 2011. Okay. Against that, I got 2,500 as bonus shares. Out of that, now presently I am holding 2,000 shares of Ashok Leyland. Okay. So from 262 to 221 today it has reached. It has gone down. I need to know from your side, sir, what should I do?
Okay.
Because my son is in pressing necessity of money. So till how much I must wait? What is your kind advice to me?
Okay. So Udayan, am I understanding correctly when you say that you're in need of the money? You need to use the money right now?
My mom, I want to help my son who is in Mumbai.
Okay, understood. Okay, so let me take your question. So you bought it on the fundamentals. This is part of your portfolio, right, Udayan? You have other shares as well.
True.
Okay. So let me go to Ajit on this then, because it is a relatively short-term question. He's held for a long time. The acquisition price is 50 rupees because the acquisition took place way back when, right? More than 15 years back or thereabouts. What levels should he look at to exit at this point, Ajit?
So Alex, he clearly mentioned that he requires his money. So I feel that it's not important whether he should see any level or not, considering that the short-term volatility might continue within the auto space also. Though Ashok Leyland is doing comparatively better, and below 215, this may also witness a decline towards 205. But that's not significant. I feel that since he requires the money, he can definitely book some profit. And in case, at the lower end, in case if it again slips to around 200, 190 zone, he may re-enter.
All right. So that's the view coming in on Ashok Leyland. The next query is from Soma Shekhar, who's from Hyderabad. Now he's probably holding 1,000 shares of Jio Finance, and this is bought at the levels of 3.
Time for the rapid fire round on this show. This is where we throw as many questions as possible at our two experts over the course of 2 minutes and have them answer them. So to that end, let me start it off with a question on Manappuram for the short term. What are the targets and stop loss that you would have? This is a question from Kumar. Ajit, on the charts, what would you say?
So Manappuram, Alex, we are seeing a decent recovery after the sharp meltdown from 225 to 135, and the stock has recently formed a fresh base.
Sorry, quick answer. This is rapid fire.
Right. So in that case, 182 should be a 6 stop loss, and 205 to 10 that should be a target zone.
Okay.
All right. BEL is the next counter. Should the person keep holding it or exit? Give idea. Ajit, I'll stick with you for this one.
BHEL is an exit, Mahima, considering that we are seeing fresh decline, and decline below 229 may result in further dip towards 210.
Okay. Zomato bought at levels of 192. Would you hold for the long term, or actually would you sell and purchase Gensol Engineering is the question, Saurabh. Abhishek wants to
know whether HCL Tech bought at an average price of 1050. Should he hold or book profit? Ajit, this is for you.
Definitely hold. It's an outperformer within the IT pack, so he should definitely hold.
Okay, Sun Pharma, and this is coming back to you, Ajit. Sun Pharma, Gul wants to know whether it can be bought right now for a period of 1 year.
Certainly, we can buy with 1800 as a stop loss and 1950 to 1980 as a position target.
All right, Paytm
Really held the gun to your head this time, Saurabh. Out of all the stocks that were available, you chose one. All right, on that note, thank you so much for joining in, gentlemen. Ajit, Saurabh, pleasure having you on the program. And that brings us to the end of this edition of Ask Profit. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing it to you from Mahima and myself and the team that put the show together. Thank you so much for watching. Do stay tuned. Lots more coming up on NDTV Profit.